or not?
It turns out when you don't turn the microphones on, they work a little bit less well.
At this.
I'm reading them on Expo at the right.
Oh, also, there's not a microphone pointed at William's face.
Yeah, we gotta move that.
Do we really need one pointed at William? Do we really need to hear him?
Yes.
Starting off great, folks. We're professionals.
Well, we don't need the mic to be pointed at him for us to hear him.
Well.
No, we do. I actually only input audio via the stream.
Ah, okay.
That's why he's on a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
This explains so much.
Anyway, welcome back, everyone.
Yeah.
I am William, and I am the storyteller and dungeon master for this Warcraft RPG campaign, Storm, Earth, and Fire. Let's go ahead and introduce our player characters, starting with John.
I'm John. I'm playing. Who the fuck am I playing? Garrick Cloudspeak, the Orc Paladin Spirit Champion.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly, and I am playing Shiana Flamecarver, the orc assassiny thing. She kills things. Rogue. And today I am truly getting into character with only having access to one arm. It's the wrong arm for the character, but I'm getting there.
It's okay. We'll just lop the right arm off your character, and then attach your prosthetic to the left.
I keep
giving
her a prosthetic. She won't use it.
Why a prosthetic when you have this perfectly good right arm that you've lopped off?
Just staple it back on backwards.
It can be like a Rakshasa.
Your thumb's upside down, but you're good.
Like a Rakshasa.
And Austin.
Hi! I'm helpful. I'm playing a troll who is a troll, and he has a snack friend who is a snack friend.
The troll's name is Jengatal.
But nobody calls him that.
I don't know if that's his name so much as what people call him.
Oh.
If it's what people call you and you acknowledge it, it is some form of name.
Has to control.
You see, that's the problem though. Acknowledgement is
By that virtue, troll friend is also his name.
Theoretically.
Troll.
People have a variety of names throughout their lives, you see.
This is true.
And Rudy.
Hey, I'm Rudy. I'm playing Brick Earth Whisperer, Rune Knight Tauren.
And Zachary.
Hey, I'm Zach, and I'm not convinced that this A is not in fact a 9, and I'm playing Leaf Ironmender, the half-orc priest of the Holy Life Tinker.
It's taking poor Zachary 30 minutes to get into our Wi-Fi.
Mostly because Austin forgot that he put down the wrong Wi-Fi information.
And by the wrong Wi-Fi information, you need my health insurance member ID as opposed to the router password.
I mean, I wasn't going to tell them, but...
And Stan.
Gonna cover up the other half of this envelope with my thumbnail.
I am trying to play a goblin tinker named Josh.
Now you've told them which one is which.
What are they gonna do with
They don't know which
my?
half I'm covering.
What are they gonna do with my health insurance number?
Get your health insurance.
Number one, they don't even know who my provider is.
Are they just going to randomly say what your provider is?
No.
Good.
I was thinking of
They don't know that my provider is da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know that my provider is Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Oops. Anyway.
It's not, but...
They don't know my provider is this shady guy I met out back behind the Domino's.
Yeah, Shady Harry. Good man. Good man.
I mean, if he's a shady guy behind Domino's, giving out health insurance, but he's giving out like health insurance numbers and stuff, you can't be that shady.
His name is actually Shady Harry.
Child is very
The child is very aggressive about it. He's very organized.
Precisely.
You can be organized crime is still very shady. Apparently, Al Capone is not shady at all.
And when we left off...
Actually, no, he's dead, so...
Exactly.
He isn't shady at all.
I mean,
His grave could be in the shade.
or you know, being
we
underground is this thing.
off,
Let's kill it again.
the group had been making their way towards the Twilight Highlands to investigate more about the activity of the Twilight's Hammer.
Oh, that's right.
Having to make their way through a variety of potentially dangerous locations, they decided to try and cut through Stratholm, or Anderhall rather, decided to try and cut through Andorhall to head through Alliance territories, presumably trying to disguise yourselves as a group of pilgrims on the way to get less attention.
We did decide to go with the terrible plan?
That's apparently what you're going with. Yes.
Alright. Let's terrible plan it up.
When you say pilgrims.
He's a pilgrim.
He's a pilgrim. Where's bodyguards?
I mean, we're all wearing jaunty brown hats with oversized buckles.
Yeah, that's,
Yes.
that's what I'm picturing.
Except for
Oh, I
the
wore the wrong hat for the occasion.
Do you have a jaunty
Yes,
brown
he does.
hat with
Yes,
oversized buckles?
This is American privilege. When you think pilgrims are just people with big hats.
Oh no! I don't think that. I just find it amusing for the giggles.
I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of religious pilgrims who also wear, giant, overzealous, crazy hats, so,
Well, the pilgrims were religious pilgrims, just of a different nature, and it's one specific group of pilgrims that...
Yes, and I'm sure plenty of others also have silly hats associated, so,
And dude, I think
Silly hats are a universal language.
I think most religions have silly hats involved with them.
A lot of religions do this.
And this D20 is slightly rounded on the surfaces, so they're not flat, which makes it very hard to stack things on them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about things that were equally relevant.
So, the group,
I'm just gonna turn on cellular data.
just get on the Wi-Fi. Did you get in the wrong password again?
No.
Okay.
Have you seen my handwriting?
Zachary, do you need me to translate for you? I read Austin.
I'm pretty sure those were A's. Those were A's and not 9s, right?
What A's? There are no A's in that. That's a Q.
Yeah, these are cute.
Yeah, those are Q's.
They're not even remotely A's.
Okay, do you want me to translate for you?
Everybody will know it then.
It's okay, they can hack into our Wi-Fi.
If the international chat can hack into my Wi-Fi from wherever they are,
I mean, Auntie will be visiting us in Atlanta in a few months, so
if he can access my Wi-Fi from Atlanta, I'll still be impressed.
they currently, but
So, continuing from where we left off,
Starting over?
the group.
welcome to Thursdays.
No, the Thursday group is much easier to get in line.
Sorry, William.
I mean, I bet tacos would get us in line.
Ooh, tacos sound good.
I reiterate.
Sam's tacos.
I want a taco.
One day we'll start this game.
We're still in the pre-show. The actual show starts at 7. Everything before that's pre-show.
See, the problem is I don't actually rein anybody in line. I just push through and mute the rest of you.
So, at, yes, it's 7 o'clock. It's time for the actual show to begin.
Yes, so now.
Oh my goodness.
Connected, no internet.
Zach,
Okay.
you need to remove the hat.
I'm done. What hat?
You need to remove the fish.
Oh.
It is actively still blocking things.
Is it?
Yes.
Just scoot back. Scoot back.
There you go.
Solution has been found.
There you go.
Fish is no longer blocking things.
That works fine.
Push down.
Nah,
We'll
fine.
trade seats.
Have fun.
Do it.
Or you can use the black cherub bolts up your butt.
No thanks.
How far are you willing to suffer for your hat?
There's only one bolt.
Exactly this much.
It sounds like a goblin's name.
There's only one bolt.
It makes it, if she plays it right, everything will be fine.
I'm not
Where
going
are
to
you
sit.
guys going?
I'm not going to sit on the medieval torture
We're heading
device.
towards Uther's
Are we
Uther's grave.
Yes,
Are we
you're,
still at that place?
you're still in Anderhall, yes.
Wait to be specific.
I couldn't remember the name. It's been 2 weeks.
Yes.
We're just discussing how we're going to run a blockade, basically.
2 weeks and an hour.
His for having a birthday?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm older now, by the way.
I don't know how much, because I didn't know how old you were in the first place.
Well, there you
He's
go.
1 year old.
No, you do know how much older he is. 1 year older.
No, he's like a couple weeks older as far as I'm concerned.
Close enough.
He's old enough to vote.
He's 1 year older than he was last year.
So can I make a profession engineering check to repair the train of thought?
Yes,
No.
please do.
You can't. You will fumble.
Natural one.
Six.
We're heading towards Uther's grave.
Yes, you're heading towards the tomb of Uther the Lightning.
So are we gonna
At
make
which point
that?
we're waiting for him to
We're
view.
gonna resurrect her.
So,
No, we're just.
which you have learned will take you through the area where the Scourge activity is heaviest.
Yay.
So how are you intending to get through?
Stealthily.
Scourge.
I can
Let's we can all do makeup on.
Yeah. We were going to stealth.
Look like zombies. We'll just
We were
march
going.
through as zombies.
We were going to stealth fast and kill anything that gets in our way.
We're just going to strip.
That doesn't sound super stealthy. That sounds like a blockade
That's
run.
not.
Pacifist run.
It sounds incredibly stealthy. No witnesses left.
Stealth until you can't stealth anymore.
I believe we're stealthing.
Okay, so if everyone would like to roll me a stealth roll, and if anyone has anything they would like to contribute that might make your stealth rolls better, please let me know. If you have anything...
What
you
is the
would like
terrain?
Terrain, you're currently moving through Glassed City.
A blasted city.
Okay, so is city a terrain, I'm guessing? Or
Yes.
urban? Okay,
Urban would be a terrain.
Yeah.
super not my terrain.
Plus 5.
What?
I
I'm
have
invisible.
invisibility, yes.
I'm not. I rolled disadvantage because I'm wearing full plate.
Well, I'm safe.
It's a group check.
I rolled a natural one.
Yeah, you have 2 failures for the groups.
21. Yay, I'm
I rolled
bumping
a
it up
20
little
on the die, so it's 34.
Okay, so
I
you have
rolled
2 successes.
six.
bit. Again, that thing only rolls 6.
So you 2 cancel each other out.
If it rolls a third 6, that's where we get concerned.
24. 24.
She rolled a third 6. We spontaneously start playing demon.
What does the half-orc have?
A 6.
Okay. What does the Tauren have?
No pluses.
And
A
dexterity.
9.
A 9? That makes sense.
So we're net 0?
You're net 0, which is fantastic.
I mean, net 0 better than net negative.
Yes! Bad things are better than worse things. That is how this works.
Net 0 is you fail to stealth. Net negative is you're moving a parade.
We are moving a parade.
What, are you going to play the trombone?
No, the wagon and the...
Oh, did the Kodos stealth?
Yeah, the coders are about as stealthy as you're gonna get.
Yeah. They're probably stealthier than I am.
No, they're
So
about
we're forging through this
I have
blasted city.
disadvantage on my stealth. They don't.
So, as you're making your way through the city, the Kodos you're trying to keep to cover, trying to keep the Kodos covered just so they're less visually apparent. So you're moving between individual buildings, and as you maneuver, there's rubble strewn just about everywhere. Everywhere you look, there are buildings that are only half standing. Pieces of them scattered about.
For what it's worth, I'm going to be using my divine sense to sort of keep a radar.
That happens when you use it, though. So you got a limited number of uses. So
Yeah, it's like whenever we're about to turn a corner, just pop it.
How many uses do you have?
3.
How far are we traveling?
for most of the town.
Like I can use it strategically when we want to know what's ahead.
Yeah, which I will keep in mind.
It has no other uses. I don't use it for anything else.
I mean, Divine Sense has its own pool of uses that you're
Yeah.
not using anything else for.
Toji.
It is specifically for sensing undead feeds and things like that.
So,
Nothing else.
and as you try and keep to the shadows of these blasted buildings, as you maneuver through, as you reach,
We took a short rest, didn't we?
Yes.
yeah. As you reach the center of
I
town,
need an eraser.
you find yourselves stepping out into an area that has no cover really to stay behind. And as you look around, directly across from where you are entering the town square, what used to be the town square, which is hilariously circular. You begin to, this is one of the areas that you would likely want to scan for undead because you're about to enter a wide open area. And so you close your eyes and ask the spirits to warn you of danger. And as you look out into the area, you are immediately struck by the sense of much. There is a cluster of undead creatures that is on the move, moving toward the center of the town, which you are currently sitting on the edge of.
And what direction they're coming from?
Coming from directly across, which is where you need to go.
So they're basically we're heading.
You're heading towards them, and they're heading towards you.
Is this?
Enemies ahead. I call
I'm
out.
sorry. Is this like an abandoned town, an active town?
It's a war zone.
A ruined city.
It's
Okay.
a ruined city that is in the middle of being fought over.
All right.
By the Alliance, the Horde, and the Scourge.
Undead approaching. I say pointing in the direction that the undead are coming from.
Do you know how many?
Large cluster, small cluster,
It's
medium-sized
a
cluster.
large cluster of small undead, so probably like as far as your experience with the undead goes, probably like a swarm of ghouls.
Large cluster of small undead.
Does it look like there's a way around?
It's a large open area. There's plenty of ways around. There's not that many ways that are hidden.
Okay.
Should we just wait until they swing by and then?
We could break their charge. If we get ahead and plant ourselves in a position.
Is there a defensible position?
You're in a town square. Most of the buildings are shattered.
Is there like a central piece to the square?
There's a fountain.
Does it have
has
a-
been broken down?
Does it have like a raised wall still?
Like thigh high.
That's fine.
Are there any buildings that are a story high?
Theoretically, although at that point there aren't that many that are a story high with all four walls intact.
That's fine. Is there anywhere we can form a choke point? Is what I'm looking for.
Yeah. That would be.
Somewhere where there's an opening where only like two or abreast could fit.
I would say probably not, because most of these buildings have significant.
Could
holes
we
in them.
shift some rock to make it that way?
Probably don't have time to do that kind of stuff.
You potentially could give it enough time.
But we just hide behind a building or something and then wait till they come by and just jump them. Just to
So what
How
exactly?
do undead track?
Sight, smell, and hearing.
We smell, right? We smell like living things.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Let's
No.
die.
I'm gonna go see if I can find a building and I'm gonna grab the wagon and see if I can lead the wagon to create a choke point
Okay.
in a building.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
What? How fast are ghouls? Are they like the typical shambling zombie style?
No,
or are they
they-
pretty much
They go on all fours.
They can actually.
They're about as fast as an average human.
20.
So outrunning is out of the question.
20? Okay, yeah. You managed to maneuver the animals to create at least more of a barrier around the side of one of the buildings.
And then I'm going to plant myself in the barrier with a broad stance on my shield and spear and point behind myself for the rest of the group.
I'm going to plant myself next to him because I am broader and heavily armored.
I'm also heavily armored, mostly in Constitution.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hiding right now.
Alright, roll me a stealth check.
29.
Good. You disappear.
Yay.
Poof.
And I'm going to.
Just gonna start up the suit.
Alright. You want me to use
Get behind these two.
an engineering check? You're good. You start the suit. Which I still need to finish writing down all the stats for you.
Yeah, I need to get.
Paladins ritual casters?
No.
Damn it.
Only the primary casters can ritual casters.
Unless you take the ritual caster feat.
Yep.
Which I should have done. So yeah. Plant. Sword out.
So the group of you take up positions inside the rubble of this one house. Which, as you're looking around, it'll probably choke them immediately, but you suspect, knowing how ghouls work, that they won't be long before they just start climbing the walls.
Yeah.
But it will give us a brief.
It'll give us a bulwark for them to splash against.
Which is probably relevant. Because as you position yourselves, the swarm rounds the corner. And you see, again, these misshapen and faintly warped undead bodies. Your average undead soldier often is very much just the rotting corpse of a former human. Ghouls have been changed. Ghouls are slightly more bestial looking. Their stance is significantly more hunched as their spines have been twisted and their jaws are oversized and massively fanged. There is almost no intelligence, but nothing but an animal hunger in their gaze as they run on all fours into the center of this area. And you notice the two figures standing in the doorway immediately. There's about a dozen of these large, shambling creatures moving in a pack.
Well, small shambling creatures.
Yeah, large compared to, like, they're your size. You know, medium creature.
Medium creatures, yeah.
These medium shambling creatures.
And immediately turn and begin to rush towards you. So we're going to roll some initiative.
Alright. Huh. I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9.
There should be a line on it.
Well, oh, no. I mean, as in my die is crooked.
Oh. Oh wow, this die doesn't actually differentiate. And they're right next to each other.
That's
Take your
unfortunate.
pick.
I did it so I rolled, but I just suddenly realized it doesn't actually.
There's probably some slight difference in the fonting.
Nope.
Dürfte ich es sehen? Or may I please see it? You don't speak German, do you?
No, I don't.
No, I'm the one who speaks German.
Right.
What language did you take?
Latin.
Oh,
This one
that's
does.
cool.
They are absolutely, legitimately, terribly the same.
Yeah.
What pony did that?
What, the 9 and the 6 are the same, or what?
They're literally
There's
the
no
same.
marking indicating whether or not they're different. Like this one has.
Well, you can tell from other dice that where that's supposed to be, or is it?
In theory, yes. So the one across from the 12 is...
The one next to the 11 is the 9.
Okay.
But that seems like an oversight on the...
Yeah, no, that's definitely a design oversight.
So, 25 to 20.
21.
24.
Alright, so 24 is Fiona. And 21 is going to be Josh. 20 to 15.
17.
17.
Which I had to roll because I have a +0 to my initiative.
So 17 will be Garrick. 15 to 10.
11. Turns out, even if it was a 9 instead of a 6, that's not a good number.
11 for Jang. And then 10 to 5.
7.
7 for Brick. 5 to 1.
I got me a 2.
Are you here?
2 for Lee.
I didn't roll a 6.
Okay.
I'm not going to use that die.
That die's going to go in this corner now.
So Shiana,
Clearly, is it not the right
Alright.
solution to this?
there is a group of ghouls bearing down in your position.
Yes, I'm still hidden from them, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
If I had all the time in the world, I would build battlefields. Like
How many goals are there?
a dozen.
Okay. I wanted to sneak around and come in from behind and start picking them off from behind.
Alright, you do have the bonus action ability to dash, which means you can clear this area in one go.
Okay.
Trying to maneuver around them without being noticed. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage,
Okay.
because you're moving quickly.
Advantage. That would be 18.
18. Let's see if they spot you. Just let's run the dice.
Are you comfortable like that?
I'm more comfortable than removing the hat, apparently.
Or sitting upon the chair of the bolt up the butt.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right where you sit.
It's not a good chair. I don't know why it's not in a dumpster right now.
That's a good question, Austin.
I keep asking myself this, and then I keep not putting it in a dumpster.
You know, I got that chair when I was like 7.
It shows.
Yeah. No, that's why it's like that.
Yes, you managed to. So I'm gonna. You have a decision to make.
Okay.
You can either you can push yourself to try and reach these ghouls and successfully manage to make an attack right now this turn. It will put you at disadvantage.
Okay.
Or you can stay hidden and not push yourself and strike next round when you actually have the chance to get there without having to rush.
I'm gonna stay hidden and strike next round.
Okay.
See these.
Josh.
I'm gonna drop a flea bomb into the middle of them.
All right.
What?
So go
Flea
ahead.
bomb.
Go ahead and roll me.
It's little metal clip-ons.
They're not.
It's all spring-loaded, and it's like a grenade, but it's
It's a piercing grenade.
It's a spring-loaded grenade.
Yeah.
Clockwork grenade, some might say.
They're not a perfect pack, but I'll say giving the benefit
It's a 10-foot
of
radius.
aiming, it's a 10-foot radius. You can probably catch probably a good 5 of them in
Okay.
one grenade.
All right.
So go ahead and roll me an attack.
Oh boy.
Did you hit a 10?
7.
Oh. Well, it scatters. So let's see.
It scatters, so
Let's
it's
see where.
How poorly does it scatter?
Let's see if you manage to hit me. Okay. You still managed to catch 3 of them. So go ahead and
Okay.
Do you hit?
while they make reflex saves. Dexterity saves.
10.
Do you hit Shion?
One succeeds.
He did it scattered towards
She
Shion.
will just
Yeah,
start
only 10
fighting
points
you
of
at that
damage.
point.
Only 10? Alright,
Yeah.
so 2 of them will take.
I can't imagine that you haven't been hit by one of his grenades over the past year.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
haven't
she
used
has.
them that much. Well, I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure in the past year you found occasions to use grenades, even if they weren't yours.
Alright.
I'd drop them off to the side. I'm
It's
supposed
the
to be
ghoul's
better at
turn.
doing that.
As they close with the building, they're not going to be able to get up it yet. Next round they'll be climbing. But this round, there's just the 2 of you who are presenting themselves, which means that 6 of them are going to get attacks, splitting 3 each among you.
Come at me, bro.
So first on the troll, that's going to be that's a 19. So that's going to be 23 to hit you.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
That's a little bit of a hit.
gonna be 6. No, sorry. 8 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Add
Stamina
plus,
save.
add +2 to your save. Because you're right next to me.
24.
All right, you are not poisoned.
Good. I don't like being poisoned.
And then second attack. Yes. Okay. That's going to be a 12 to hit, which I'm going to assume misses.
Yeah, no, that misses.
Third attack. These guys are not pack tactics, unfortunately. That'll be a 10 to hit, which I'm also assuming misses.
Yeah, that's why I have a shield.
Yep. And then 3 coming at you. It's an actual 1. Don't bother with that one. That's a 5. Don't bother with that one either. That's a 7. Not even bothering.
I think this splatter against my armor.
What damage did I take from the hit, by the way?
8. 8
Okay.
slashing.
They all like launch and just like shoulder check them back.
And the other 6 start to climb the walls.
There are enemies in front of me.
There are. And they're undead. Your specialty.
They are. Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Hey! Divine Smite. 1 level 1 Divine Smite.
Which one? Are you hitting one of the injured ones or one of the
Actually,
ones?
no, I'm not going to Divine Smite. I'm just going to hit one of the injured ones. No Divine Smite right now. Save that for abominations that might show up. I need D8s. Just a regular old punch them in the face. Well, with a sword. 12 points of slashing damage to one of the injured ones. Whichever one that is in front of me that is injured.
That'll be enough to finish it.
Alright. And the second attack to another one that is in front of me. If there is one that is injured that's part of the one that we directed at.
I would say not one of the injured ones, but
Okay. That probably misses. That's a 10.
yes, 10 misses.
Rolling well.
Alright, that brings it to Jang.
All
You
right.
are the other one who is in front of a bunch of ghouls.
Apparently, there are injured ones.
Yes, the ones that got caught in his grip.
Cool.
They threw.
Let's injure it.
Okay, go for it. The least injured one, the one that actually made it save, is one of the ones that's climbing the walls.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes,
Sweet.
they're ghouls. Their AC is not high.
Right. I mean, he just hit with a whatchamacallit, so.
Between a 13 and a 10.
Well, no.
Because I hit on a 13 and I missed on a 10. So it's somewhere between a 13
Sorry.
and a 10.
My brain said that 10 was higher than 13 for a second.
Let's max damage at 12.
On the injured one, that will kill it.
Sweet.
That's the amount of damage I did on that injured one, but it was not my max damage.
Yeah, you do more damage than I did.
You have a bigger sword.
I'm tankier, you're DPSier.
What's your AC?
My AC is 18,
My AC is 19.
but my
You have more
HP are
health. You have
ridiculous.
way more health than I do. Yeah.
He has more health and the ability to regenerate.
I have higher armor class and do more damage.
20 something to hit.
Yes.
But we are both tanky.
That time I did 7.
You are both in the definition of bruiser.
And Sneck Friend is going to dive down, go nom nom nom, and then go back up.
I'm Reinhardt, he's Roadhog.
Yep.
Sneck Friend, do your thing! Sneck Friend also got a 20 something.
Nice. Fighting the same one that you just stabbed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming that they're immune to poison.
Yes, the poison damage does not matter, just the piercing. They also don't taste good. Snack Friend does not like the taste.
Okay, what do my noms do? Okay, noms do that much damage.
Is it D4 or D6?
It's a D4. 9 damage.
Damn. Oh, right, because you had your proficiency.
Yeah, D4 plus 7. Plus 3D4 if they can take poison damage. And he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks from retreating because he flew down and bit a fool.
Yep, fly which then makes it Brick.
Alright. You know, just go up to the nearest one and start attacking it.
Oh, you've got a halberd, right? You can reach over people, can't you?
Yep.
Yep.
The Rune Knight has reached.
That's a very good ability to have.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
I didn't realize that you had a weapon. That you picked up a weapon.
Yeah. Rune Knight. 8 damage.
You're aiming for the injured one?
Yeah.
That's enough to kill it then.
Cool.
Is it a Tauren halberd or just a regular
Yeah, it's a
halberd?
Tauren Rune Halberd.
Is there anything else within reach?
There's another. They've both.
So that's 3 of the 6 gone on us.
3 of the 6 are dead. There are three more divided between the 2 of them, and then 3 climbing the walls. Sorry, 6 climbing the walls.
So there's still some here in the okay.
Yeah, there's
So
still
you can
some.
knock one off the wall.
Well, he'd have to be outside the wall for that to work.
No.
I mean, I could.
Punch a hole through the wall.
I mean, this building isn't holding up that well.
Yeah, I'll just attack another one
That would be
that's
one
here.
hell of a surprise.
It'd be an interesting way for a rogue to do a sneak attack.
Through a wall.
A demolition sneak attack.
Yeah.
That's a roll. That is a 15 to hit.
15. Yes, their AC is 12.
Oh, well, it wasn't that much damage. That is 4 damage only.
Are you adding your strength?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, it should be.
So minimum damage.
Yep.
Alright,
So yeah, it should be.
It happens.
it's alright.
Oh, actually, let's just go ahead and finish it off. I'll try to finish it off. I'll use a, what's it called?
A lay strike?
Yeah, the Rune of Pounding Surf.
A rune pounding surf, yeah. Spend a rune point and attack again.
Or
Twice,
or,
right?
huh?
Attack twice, I believe.
2 more times, yeah.
Or I can just try to hit him with a fist, right?
Yeah.
Without spending the rune.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
you can punch him without spending the rune, or if you use the pounding surf,
Aren't
because
we-
your runes.
Aren't we in the way
Oh,
for
yeah.
a punch?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you are in the way for a punch.
So then
And pounding surf is also unarmed attacks, isn't it?
No, because his runes affect his weapons.
His
the
rune
pounding
weapon.
surf- yeah, because as a rune knight, your runes affect your equipment. Pounding surf affects your weapons.
Oh, then I'll do that.
At least that is the intent. I believe it's worded awkwardly, so I'll have to rewrite the rules when I get back.
Because I can make attacks with them.
Yeah, because he is specifically the weapon wielding style
Yeah.
of Rune Master.
Natural one.
Aww.
So that's that. Natural 20.
Hey! So double that die.
So that'll be 15 damage.
Not dead, but he's very hurt.
He does not feel happy about his situation in life.
Or on life.
Whichever it is, it's ending soon.
Yeah. Leaf.
Let's see. He didn't get hit that hard. You didn't get hit that hard by the ghouls, did you?
It's really just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Just a flesh wound.
I haven't been hit at all.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on... Because you have 19 AC, you have 18.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole bunch of AC.
HP.
Hit points.
What?
You said AC again. Yes,
I thought I said HP. HP. Whatever. Yeah. Shield of Faith on you. Because we need you up for, you know, smiting and dealing with them. So, Shield of Faith.
Oh, my AC is 21.
Once upon a
And
smite.
I'm going to ready an action for when those ghouls actually start attacking to cure wounds on whoever they hit.
Okay. Good to know. Shiana, it's your turn again.
Alright. Are they all climbing the wall, or are there some on the
6 of them are
ground?
climbing. There's still three out front.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak up behind them and pick them off.
El Shenko.
Get some advantage.
You're one of the ones on the wall or one of the ones that's in front?
Which ones are closest to me?
The ones that are in front, because you circled around outside. So because
Then-
basically you're facing their back, and there's 3 that are here on the ground, and then 6 that are most of the way.
I feel like wall friends are going to be the bigger problem, though.
You know, if we kill the ones in front of us, we just turn around.
Yeah, but then we're not in the way.
It's harder to backstab the ones on the wall, though.
It is more difficult to reach because you only have one
Yeah,
arm.
I'm gonna go for the ones that are up front.
You specifically have one arm for climbing, so
Yes.
Well, use the arm for climbing, and then use your face for the sneak attack.
That is dangerous.
Orc tusks are vestigial.
oh no, they're plenty sharp, just not dagger sharp.
They're not.
They're not long enough.
We don't get bite attacks, is what I'm saying.
Right. I'm gonna backstab the ones on the ground.
Okay.
Go for it. They're meant for tearing meat, not meant for tearing dead meat.
This is dead meat.
Not meat just trying to fight back.
Moving dead meat.
They're meant for eating, not for fighting.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, it does.
You have advantage on the attack because you're flanking with one of us.
Who cares?
For what it's worth.
And because they're not aware of you.
Also, you're hitting.
You
may roll a 20.
You might get a crit.
You can you crit the undead though?
Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
can.
No.
You can, okay.
No,
You can-
I got it.
Oh,
5th edition, you can crit the undead.
And 5th edition sneak attack makes little sense.
Got it.
Because it sucks as a rogue to be like, there's this entire class of creatures that I can't use my primary ability on.
That's why you have to be creative.
5th edition is more about having fun than being realistic.
16 damage.
Somehow
where
have more
magic
fun in
works.
3.5.
Let's not start this.
16 damage.
16 damage?
I think you know.
Were you aiming for one of the injured ones?
Yes.
The injured one?
Yeah, the injured.
It's very dead.
Weird things to think are silly.
We're not starting
That
this.
generates
Can I-
health.
We are not starting.
Guys,
No, I'm just saying it's a weird thing to think is silly.
do I get another attack?
No, you are rogue.
Alright, well, I killed one.
Yep.
Okay.
Then brings it to Josh. Chilling.
I'm gonna cast mirror image.
Go for it.
Is that gonna work on? Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Actually, do you have the grease spell?
The who?
Grease?
Grease? No. I don't.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
No. And I'm gonna do
spell.
mirror image. Just wait till they come around.
Alright.
So there's what, 4 of me, or 3 or 4?
Mirror image.
I forgot how that works.
I believe it's 3 duplicates. So it means
Yes,
4
3.
total.
It's 3. Okay.
Which then brings it to the ghouls, which is relevant because now those 6 have climbed the wall and are going to drop down on you and start attacking.
Fine. Let it be that way.
So first, the 3 that are left on you guys. There's 2 on.
2 there left of us.
Yeah.
2 one instead. Yeah. So there's one on each of you. That's not. That's a 4, so that's not going to hit anybody.
No.
That's better. Does an 18 hit you?
Exactly.
Okay. That's going to be 5 points of slashing damage and make me another stamina save.
Still had that +2 to your save.
Oh yeah, I made.
Good. The DC is not high. Which then brings us back around to the ones that are attacking the rest of you. As 6 ghouls drop down from the ruined building around the group of you, which means that there's going to be 2 on each of you. So 2 for Brick.
One of them, I'd like to use the Rune of Starlight reaction to
Give it disadvantage.
Give it disadvantage.
All right.
Question: does dropping count as passing through my my opportunity attack?
They have to leave your opportunity
Yeah.
attack space.
They have to leave.
Figured I'd ask.
That means he's going to miss horribly because of the Rune of Starlight. Second one, though, is going to have a 17 to hit you.
That hits.
Okay. So you need to make a stamina saving throw as you take
+2 to your saving throw.
7 points of slashing damage.
What am I rolling?
Stamina. Stamina save.
And you get +2
Okay.
for being close to me.
That is a 16.
You're good. And then 2 on Leaf.
And how much damage did I take?
7. And a 14 to hit you, Leaf.
Yes. AC 13.
Second one is going to be a 22, so yes, they will both hit. So the first one, I need to make a stamina save.
And you get +2 to that.
As you take 6 slashing damage.
Gee.
I
That was a
mean,
6.
I can only help you so much.
I said I was going to stop using that die. I'm going to stop using it.
You are considered poisoned.
Gotcha.
All of your attack rolls and ability checks are made at disadvantage.
Gotcha. Well, that sucks.
That does not apply to your saving throws, though. So
Yeah, your saving throws are fine. And then on the second attack, you're already poisoned, so you don't need to make another save. But you do take 7 more slashing damage.
Alright, so that's 14 damage.
Yep. And 2 on you. Before you start rolling for your mirror images, what is your armor class?
15.
15? Well, that is a 6, so it's not even going to hit your mirror images.
Okay.
And the second one is a 9, which will not hit your mirror images.
All right.
So they are unable to do a darn thing to you. Garrick.
I'm gonna.
Wait, so I took 14, you took 7, and you didn't even get hit?
I haven't got hit yet.
And that was the only damage that got taken?
Yes.
Yeah, that's up.
So you get to kill yourself. Your help action.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use that to heal myself.
And I'm gonna provoke attack opportunity by stepping over towards Leaf.
Alright, yep, so the one that's left on you.
And I'm fully healed.
Roll cock die. Stop that. There we go. It's only a 12. It misses.
Also, you make constitution checks for your shield of faith.
Oh yes, make a
Concentration
2 concentration saving.
Which is
Constitution
constitution saving throws, which you also get +2 to.
Much better. Yeah, that's a
You just have to
16.
beat a 10, basically.
No, that's an 18.
Yeah, you're good.
And then, yeah, no, that's a 19 on the die.
You're good. And you can repeat the saving throw.
I like this die.
You can repeat the saving throw against the poison at the end of each of your turns.
So I'm going to move to flank one of the ones on leaf.
Alright, go for it.
Now I roll well. That's a 20-something to hit.
Okay. That will hit.
Not a crit, but... that's going to be 14 slashing damage to one of the ones on leaf.
Okay.
Is it still up?
Yes.
Alright, same one. Second attack. 13 to hit.
That will hit.
14 again.
He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
I mean, he was already dead. Now he's more dead. He's re-dead.
Oh, those are in Legend of Zelda.
Those things scream really loud and paralyze you.
True. Alright. That's my turn.
Which, I mean, if I was using D&D ghouls, they would do that by slashing you. Jang.
So there's 1 on him now.
Yep.
2 on him.
And 2 on him. And 1 on you.
Actually, 2 on you, technically, because I didn't put that on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's 2 technically that are...
And no one is looking like they're in any sort of peril at the moment, right?
Not tremendously.
Cool.
Because
Well,
Leaf was the only one who took any significant damage and then got healed immediately.
let's assault the ones on me then. Keep their focus. Does 12 hit?
Yes, hits exactly.
Sweet.
Hi. Oh my gosh.
12 damage.
Good.
Freaking heart attack.
And 13 hits.
Yep, yes it does.
For 8 damage.
Okay,
Is it still standing?
still standing.
Snack friend has a word to say to it. And that word is natural 1.
It says words instead of biting.
Yes.
He didn't like the taste of it last time.
He begins quoting ancient Latin epics at it.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately, no one here speaks Latin, so you all just interpret it as snake noises.
Yeah.
He speaks Latin. It's on his character sheet.
I'm even rolling poorly in the dice roller method.
Nice. Brick, you're up.
Alright. So there's 2 on me.
Yes, there are 2 on you.
Okay, let's try to change that.
Really?
I asked the DM, and he said it's fine for Snack friend to speak Latin and Pennsylvania Dutch.
Nobody else in this world is going to understand it.
I love that it speaks Pennsylvania Dutch.
That is a 12 to hit.
I mean,
These dice
theoretically,
before
a
we started,
sufficiently skilled scholar could reverse engineer language.
It's just,
I'm
Alright,
trying
12 hits.
12 hits, and that is
I'm having a
6 damage.
alternative
Yeah.
Say how much?
6 damage for the first attack.
And he's quoting ancient Latin epics.
Uh-huh.
So theoretically, if you ran across a sufficiently talented scholar,
The second
Said
one does not
scholar
hit. That is a 8.
figure out the language,
Yes, an 8 will miss.
Okay,
and lean into the culture of a world that doesn't even
in that case,
exist.
then I will use my
well, it is a
in-rune.
dead language, right?
It's especially dead in this one.
Yeah, I'll use my in-rune fist to do a third hit.
Go for it. You can just punch it in.
Yep.
Let's see.
Are you having trouble with that die?
Yes. Oh, there we go. But
That is 14 to hit.
Views.
14?
I have to
Alright,
Wasting.
that's 20 total.
I have to underhand it.
That's 20 total damage.
No, that was 14 to hit.
14 to hit? Yes, 14 hits.
And it does 7 damage.
Okay, so 13 total. which then brings it to initiative
That one
count
had some spin.
5.
Who?
Initiative count 5.
As a heavy sound of footfalls echoes in the area as the flying meat hook of an abomination
That's what I was saving my divine smites
lurches toward, flies out toward Jang, who's the only one still in the doorway.
Come at me, bro, I guess.
That will be a
See, you should
20
have
to
played
hit you,
Abomination.
20 hits.
Then we'd have Abomination fights.
Right.
which will be
Pokemon.
I did want to do that at one point.
8 points of slashing damage and if that'd be 8. 2 poison damage. And it will use its reaction to pull you towards it as you are pulled 20 feet out of the doorway and towards it.
It happens.
You also see a black-robed figure riding on its shoulder who dismounts and steps out. Which then brings it to Leaf. It's your turn.
It's safe to assume that anyone riding an abomination probably not a good person.
It's a necromancer.
He hasn't said anything, but yes, he's wearing black robes and has long white beard and a staff.
Look!
And a staff on
Black
his
is
head.
an aesthetic choice that has nothing to do with your moral compass.
Unless you're riding on an abomination.
He's also wearing a long dead stag skull on his head as an ornament.
Some druids do that.
Not while wearing black.
You people are so aestheticist.
Because if you wear
I'm
skulls,
just feeling really judged right now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
if you wear skulls and black, you are either a necromancer or far too edgy for your own good. So you know
I
what?
wear black and skulls all the time.
You're not actively wearing a skull
Right now.
Not right now.
Technically, there's one on his face.
I mean, there's a skull right here.
We're all wearing a skull.
Everyone has a skull.
There's a skeleton inside of all of us.
Yeah.
Just
Except
trying
Rudy.
to get out.
Trying to get out.
Except for
you.
Rudy.
I have
You're a
2.
robot.
And you know what's really messed up?
You thought I was created in a tube.
You know what's really messed up? Eventually the skeleton wins.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Unless you're like me and don't have one.
Right.
Whose turn is it?
That's
Wait,
why.
mine.
That's why I bury people.
Yeah, I'm gonna
6
go
feet under.
ahead and.
There's a rule in front of you.
What?
I said
Yes, there's
that's
a
why
rule
we
in front of
bury
me.
people 6 feet under, so that once the skeleton gets out, it has nowhere to go.
It's really hard to dig with the pony fingers.
Also, the fight with the boss.
So other than the gruel on me, there's how many of them are up?
In the box you can open up. That's
6.
6 of them still up.
6.
They can
None of them have been
they can
killed.
get through the box easily enough. It's the dirt. It's the problem.
Mass heal.
Stupid.
You need to get that next level.
That's a 5th level spell.
That's okay. You get it next level.
2 levels.
Just go.
I can get a next level, but not while abiding by the rules. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and.
8 levels where you get 5th level spells.
Picky.
I kind of don't really know what I can do. I already got Shield of Faith on you. Nobody really needs healing right now.
Dev Guiding Bolt.
Yes, I do.
Radiant energy is always good to throw at undead things.
Yeah.
Though you are in melee with a ghoul, so you'd have disadvantage on that.
I'm also a little bit low on spell slots right now because we only took a short rest.
Yeah.
You could whack the ghoul with your stick.
While poisoned.
I mean, you have disadvantage anyways, so
I mean,
may as well try. What's the worst thing that happened? You hit me.
the only other thing I can really do right now is just disengage.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and whack it with a stick because I have a stick. So I'm going to try. I'm going to not roll terrible die.
When'd you take it out?
That's.
9.
I'm written down my attack bonus.
What's your strength modifier?
I'm gonna wait for my next turn.
What's
Because I think because I'm also proficient with that. So
Yeah,
that's a 13. Is it 13 hit?
Yes.
Cool.
Good work, disadvantage.
That's 4 damage.
4 damage. Alright. And then you can go ahead and give me a stamina saving throw at the end of your turn.
If your strength is 8, that's still a -1 to your damage. That's what it's worth.
Oh, that's a -1 to the damage?
Yeah.
Then 3.
3 damage.
I didn't realize it could subtract from the damage.
Yep, it can subtract.
Cool.
It is plus the modifier that you use to attack, which includes negatives.
That is a 19 on the saving throw?
You are no longer poisoned
Huzzah.
until another one hits you and you fail that saving throw again.
But you whack it with a stick.
Alright, Shiana.
My stamina save isn't terrible.
DC also isn't high, so
Yeah.
You also stay next to me.
Are there still? They're more on the ground.
yes.
Paladins are super awesome like that.
Yep.
Then go for the next one.
Alright, roll me an attack. You have 3 injured ones and 3 uninjured ones. Which one are you going for?
I'll go for an uninjured one and just get injured.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
You have allies in melee with it, so you get your sneak attack.
Yay. Dang it. I don't roll well with my left hand.
That's what the dice tower's for.
And there. 11 damage.
At the very least, you'll have more room to roll the dice.
Are you
Okay.
adding your strength to that?
You mean Dex?
Dex. Or your agility, whichever you're using, because it's not weapon.
Maybe not.
Plus 4 to whatever you roll.
Plus 4, so then I can't math. 15.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good to know. I was like, that seems like a small roll for a sneak attack.
Several of them were ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't roll well with the left hand.
Josh.
I can use that thorium mace with my on my steam suit, right?
Yep, the oversized mace. You can use that.
Yeah. We'll do that. It'll be fun.
That'll be a d20 plus the suit strength, which I believe I wrote down.
3. Yeah.
Plus 3.
I need a thorium full blade.
Oh shit, that's a
Darn.
I can't hit with it, but I'm practicing.
Also plus your proficiency, because you're proficient with the suit. So
that's right. The proficiency was 2 or 3.
3.
3. Okay.
It should be 11,
Yeah.
which is unfortunately just
Still-
missing.
Yeah.
AC 12.
Okay.
Then brings it to the ghouls. The suit's AC. Did I set an AC for the suit?
Yes, it's 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So, 2 that are... None of them are dead yet, so the 2 that are on you. That won't even hit your illusion. Not it will... Actually, that will potentially... what's the suit's agility?
It's my agility, so it's plus 2.
Plus 2?
Yeah.
That will actually hit your illusion, so go ahead and roll me a d20 and see if it hits you or not. If it hits you, your illusions stay.
6. Ooh, that's just right at the... No, I gotta hit one of the illusions. Because it's 6 or higher for at 3.
Okay, so one of your illusions
So
goes
one of my
away.
illusions goes away, so now it's a 2.
That's the unfortunate part, is that they hit in that narrow band where it hits your illusions and not you. You still have to
Yeah.
roll.
Right. Okay, so one's gone.
It still does its job, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And which that's 2 on you, and the 2 on Leaf.
1 on leaf.
Oh yeah, the 1 on Leaf.
Which you could also attack me if you wanted to.
No, you only did 20 damage to the other one. There are still 2 on him.
You said I killed it.
Oh no, you did. Never mind. Sorry.
No, I did 28 damage
Yeah,
to
no,
it.
yeah. There's technically 5 left. 4 of which are. So that's going to be 21 to hit you. Which I don't even need to ask.
Yes. That is a statement of fact.
That's 6 points of slashing damage and make another stamina save.
With plus 2. Beep. Anybody else?
That and add 4.
Palpitation.
Yeah, 20.
Okay, you're good. You are not poisoned again.
It was a full body palpitation.
Well, it caught me by surprise.
2 on...
I was just picturing your heart sneaking up behind you with a mask on. Like, hands up!
That's a 10.
Domenia.
How'd you get out of my body? Why are you behind me? Why are you robbing me?
How am I alive?
There's so many questions.
Okay, the ghouls that attacked Rick rolled miserably, so Garrick, it's your turn. I'm changing dice.
Well, the healer's more important than the troll. No offense, but it's a true statement.
The healer is also less capable of defending himself than the troll. Two on who?
The one that's on him.
There's no one on me. I'm over by the abomination.
Right, yeah.
No, those two didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, those
Well, one of them died.
one of them died. The one that's left is going to go for Garrick, which is going to be a 16, which misses.
So,
Also, maybe 2 more stamina saves for that shield of faith. You need to roll a 10 or higher.
You're like, that's not 10 or higher.
shield of faith's gone.
Shield of faith gone.
Wow. Rolled a 2 and a 3. This is the first hit.
Yep.
That's better. 16 plus 6 is 22.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
On the one that Leaf already hit with a stick.
Do 3 damage to it. Yep.
That's pretty pitiful.
Yeah, it is.
Oh well.
8 damage.
Taking 11 damage.
My minimum damage is 7.
Okay.
Sorry, no, my minimum damage is 4 plus 2 is 6. Sorry, my minimum damage is 6.
That brings it to the Necromancer.
My maximum damage is 21. That's a big range.
Yeah.
So the Necromancer sort of looks around at this group of the living. You might make reasonable additions to the cult of the Damned's forces, but first we'll have to deal with that pesky habit of living you've got. As he holds his staff in front of him, and a cloud of noxious poison begins to seep out of it and flow into the area surrounding the group of you. As it becomes heavily obscured, which means that perception and attack rolls made that rely on sight going through it have disadvantage until it disperses.
Does that affect me, given how close I am to him in the abomination?
No, because you're right in front of him.
Okay, cool.
Do you have to make saves?
You're also not even in the cloud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, did he make the cloud include me or
No,
not?
the cloud is all in the group of them.
Okay, good.
Do you have to
Well-
make saves? or no?
At the start of your turn, you will.
I'm immune to poison and disease, whatever it's worth.
That would be relevant. You're immune to disease.
Immune to disease, not poison.
Yeah, you're
It's
not.
not
Paladins aren't immune to poison.
It is not disease, it is poison.
Oh well.
Jangatal, you're not in the cloud, so go ahead, take a turn.
Looking at this massive beast before me, I'm going to slap my spear to my side where my sting vial is. We're gonna wyvern sting this thing.
Go for it.
Immune.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
Make a spirit save.
Let me tell you about the spirit saves. That's a 1. That's not an actual 1, it's just a 1, because it's only 2.
So it takes 9 damage,
Okay.
and it's paralyzed for 2 rounds.
Nice.
That helps.
Yeah, until it takes damage, but since no one's fighting it right now,
It's paralyzed for 2 rounds. And also because it's paralyzed, any attacks that hit it are automatically crits.
Good. I need to get over there.
well, we need to get rid of the rest of the stuff first,
Yeah.
and then dogpile the stupid thing.
I can probably one-shot it while it's paralyzed, but...
Abominations have a stupid number of points. Necromancers. Are those divine or arcane?
Arcane.
I don't know because I'm a troll.
Yeah, let's say you're a troll.
But you know what? Well, I'm trying to decide if it's better to paralyze him with a spirit save or to disable his spell casting. And then I can keep beating on him.
I mean, paralyzing him would disable his spellcasting.
Yes. But he gets that back as I beat on him. I only have so many stings. Or, you know what? Yeah, we're going to go with... Slap it again, and we're going to sting it with the Scorpion Sting.
Alright. First roll to hit.
Does an 18 hit.
Yes, it does. Even with his major armor on, he's not
And
that
we're
high.
viciously striking this guy, so he makes an intelligence saving throw.
DC?
13.
Probably made it. Yeah, he rolled higher than that on the die.
He takes 16 points of damage.
Ow.
And then Snack Friend.
You said 9 to the abomination?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he made it.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah, I figured he would. Snack Friend is going to join the fray because necromancers can be poisoned at
They
least.
can. They can definitely be poisoned.
And he's flanking with me, right?
Yes.
Snack Friend ain't happy. Snack Friend has a higher crit count than every other character.
The fun part is that also doubles the dice on the poison damage. Because it's part of the attack.
Necromancer is about to have a bad day, okay? Are we fine with this?
Fortunately, Necromancer has a decent amount of hit points. Necromancers are the toughest of the wizard types.
That doesn't mean that his day is going to be good, alright?
No, it doesn't.
So,
It's the strongest glass.
What did I say? Yeah.
so
Fiberglass wizard.
he only takes 11 piercing damage. No, sorry. Yeah, 11 piercing damage. And then... 4, 7, 16 poison damage.
Ow. Ow. He's still standing, but ow.
And Snack Friend is going to hiss at him disapprovingly and throw some Pennsylvania Dutch insults at him.
Okay, he does manage to maintain concentration. Brick, as your turn starts, make me a stamina saving throw.
That second one was
Okay.
26 damage.
Yeah, it
Or
was.
27 damage.
Yeah, that's still only a 13 to save.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. If I disable someone's spellcasting, what does that do to spells they're concentrating on?
They're still active, but if they lose concentration, they can't do anything with it.
Okay. Sure, I
Yeah, it doesn't prevent them from concentrating, but it does prevent them from casting new ones.
wasn't sure if that was absent on purpose or if that was a thing.
Natural 20.
Natural 20? Good, you take half damage. It's gonna be... You take 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And then it's your turn.
Cool. Let's try to finish some of these guys off. I still have 2 on me, right?
Yes.
First attack. That is an 11.
Which just barely misses.
Yep. Second attack. Even worse. That misses also. I will use another
Rune point.
rune point to or no, I won't. I'll just
Punch him. Rune point to use your weapon, or just punch him. With a bonus action.
rune point to use the weapon. That's all. Save.
And also make 2 attacks instead of 1 extra, obviously.
Yep. Ah, there we go. That should hit 12,
12 hits, exactly, yes.
and that is 13 damage.
Oh, he's dead.
Yay.
Because you already done 15 to him before.
Oh, I keep forgetting that I have grip with confinement.
Oh,
If
yeah,
I roll a
you're
1 or a
ones
2,
and
I can
twos.
reroll. I could have rerolled the damage on that one.
Oh well.
Alright, let's attack. That is a 14 or 16 to hit,
Yep.
and that is 5 damage.
Okay. The last remaining uninjured one is now injured.
And that is my turn.
Alright, that makes it the Abomination's turn.
He's paralyzed.
Yep, he's paralyzed. Oh, also, because you hit him in melee, you do need to take...
Oh, yes.
6 points of poison damage.
Cool.
He's paralyzed. Is there a save at the end of that turn, or is it just for 2 rounds? Or
Just for 2 rounds.
Or until he takes damage?
Or until he takes damage, yes.
Okay. So that's his turn gone. Leaf, make me a stamina save at the start of your turn.
With +2.
Yeah, 9.
As you take full damage from this cloud kill.
Oh boy.
Target prioritization. Necromancer.
Take 20 points of poison damage.
Ow.
And now
Out of the cloud.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So I'm going to,
The ghouls also have disadvantage to hit you. Because they are also blinded.
yeah. So I'm going to heal myself and get out of this cloud.
Can you make opportunity attacks against targets you can't see properly?
you can, it's just a disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's see.
You swing wildly, trying to connect.
Creatures that are heavily obscured suffer from the blinded condition.
Let's see, that's 23 of those hit points back. Cool. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of the cloud.
Okay. And the ghoul's going to try to swipe at you with disadvantage as you try and move. That's a 9. It misses you.
Nice.
And you leave the cloud, coughing and hacking as the poisonous gas fills your lungs. Anything else in your turn?
I'm going to go ahead and use... Yeah, I don't have enough spell slots to really worry about doing anything right now, so...
Alright. Shiona, make me a stamina save at the start of your turn.
Alright.
+2.
Is it the start of my turn now?
Yes.
Alright.
+2 to that.
Oh, that was leaning.
And damage.
Constitution 19.
Okay, you take half damage. Damn. Damn. Wow.
Am I just gonna be like 80?
35, which halved is 17.
I'm glad I'm not in that cloud right now. Is this cloud kill?
Yes, this is cloud kill.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be insta-kill like it was in 2nd edition.
Yeah, no, now it's just a lot of poison damage.
Well, it was only insta-kill if you had below a certain number of hit dice.
Yeah.
Which my multi-class character did, because being multi-class meant he had fewer hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time he died.
My turn?
Yes, now it's your turn.
What character was this last time?
That was Bull,
Ah.
the halfling cartographer. That's how he became a centaur.
And that's how he became a centaur.
8, 26 hit?
Yes. Or what are you aiming at?
Oh, it's the guy I was just attacking dead.
No. He's still there.
Then him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to kill him. Also, okay, I don't have it written down on this character sheet, but on my old character sheet, I believe, wasn't my crit range 18 to 20?
Well, that's not in 5th ed.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, that's the last of it.
Yeah, your crit range is 18 to 20 and 3.5.
Aw, never mind.
Yeah.
I had to be a champion fighter to get that.
Or a hunter.
But yes, I hit him.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Which is that damage.
No, go on to roll well. $18.
18. Do that.
Yay.
There are 3 ghouls left, an abomination, and a necromancer. The necromancer's not looking so hot, but he's still going. Anything else in your turn? You gonna move out of the cloud, for instance?
Yeah, let me move away from them.
So you, one of the 3 remaining ghouls is gonna take a swipe at you with disadvantage. Oh yeah, you rolled that attack with disadvantage, by the way.
No.
Roll me one more time just to see if you miss.
Did you were in the cloud?
Would a 17 hit?
Yes, still hits.
Okay, then we're good.
That would hit. That one will because it's a natural 1. So the ghoul does not manage to hit you on the way out.
Yay.
Which then brings it to Josh. Make a stamina save. Sorry, your turn.
Stamina. Stamina doesn't do much for me.
You get a +2.
+2 because I'm in there. Let's see, which one of these is going to roll right this time? Yay, that rolled right.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay, you're gonna take half.
Plus, yeah. Okay. That helps.
18. Well, you take 10 points of poison damage.
10? Okay.
And then it's your turn.
Right. Okay. So I'm having trouble seeing a little bit. I mean, I can still tell kind of where they are.
You can tell mostly where things are at, but they're obscured.
But I remember pretty much where everything was when the cloud came. And if I charge the necromancer just to get out there, help me out of the cloud and try to get near him.
Okay.
I'm going to do that and see what happens on the way out.
2 ghouls that are still on you are trying to hit you at disadvantage. That's going to be a miss. That's going to be a miss.
Okay. I'm just going to charge out there and... actually, as I'm going full bore, can I run into him?
Yeah, you can probably reach him.
I'll just do it. Okay.
Take a swing.
Yeah, I'll take a swing.
Like that there. +3 for the strength and plus your proficiency.
19.
Nice, that will hit.
Okay, what is a mage?
That's the giant mace is going to be a D8.
D8. Plus strength. 5 points of damage.
Not bad, still.
Okay, it did something.
It did something.
It might actually get his attention.
It also makes him make a concentration check.
That's what I'm hoping.
You rolled an 11.
Yeah, whatever.
Plus his con.
Okay.
Ghouls turn. They're immune to poison. They don't care what the cloud kill. They've already been killed.
Let's imagine why the necromancer would use a spell like that.
Yep.
Richard, stop doing that.
So they're going to.
Josh, did you get out of the cloud?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Brick and I was lucky.
So they're gonna hit the fire.
Okay.
Pile on. There's gonna be 2 on you and 1 on you. We're going through that.
Child's not screaming.
So 21 to hit you.
My imagining.
Yeah, that hits.
Right, so make a stamina save.
I'm immune to disease.
Oh yes, you are. Although this is just
It's
poison.
poison.
Oh, just poison? 17.
You're good. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And second attack is gonna miss. And then 1 on you. Does a 12 hit you? I'm assuming not.
No.
Because you're wearing medium armor at the very least.
Yep.
So the one that hits you fails to hit anything. Garrick, make a stamina save.
20.
You take half damage. 14, 18, 25 halved is going to be 12. Take 12 points of poison damage.
I hate mechanical pencils.
And then it's your turn.
What is that?
Yeah, piece part of the lead. So target prioritization change. Can I get to the necromancer in 1 turn?
You can get the necromancer or the abomination. The abomination's paralyzed.
Necromancer.
So what?
Can I get to the flanking with the with
No, you'd have to dash to flank.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
Yay.
Just barely.
Put him out.
Divine Smite. Does the Necromancer count as undead?
No.
Just the extra 2d8.
He is shield and humanoid.
I get to re-roll this one because they're a Weapon Master,
Yay.
as I remembered it. He's better.
8 plus 3.
11 plus 4 is 15 slashing damage, and 8 plus 6 is 14 radiant damage.
Ow.
So that's 29 damage total. Needs to save against the cloud kill. Or so 29 damage, which makes it 14. DC 14 con save.
Con save. You rolled a 15, so that's a 16 total.
Alright, second attack.
This one, we might not even have to worry about.
That's a 2.
Oh, never mind, you missed it.
So unless a 8 hits.
Not quite. Definitely knocking on death's door, though. Which, I mean, he already was as a necromancer, but still. That's bad. He's hurting.
Yeah. Orc said hello.
He knows we're here now.
Before I join the ranks of the Scourge myself, I think I'd better take you all with me, he says. He stamps the staff on the ground.
Who says that?
The necromancer.
I kick his staff.
As a sphere of this black pulse of energy ripples out from his staff.
Attack of
I
opportunity.
need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
If I hit the abomination while it's paralyzed, I can deal 14d8 worth of damage to it. You would get +2. I think you're the only one that would get +2 because we're on a necromancer.
I'm so good though.
14.
Oh, that is just failure.
Actually, hang on. 7 plus 6. 13.
13. Is that also with your +2?
Yeah, that's for the lowest.
Okay. What you got?
8.
Oh boy.
12.
Oh boy.
16.
Oh boy. You're good.
I got plenty of health.
23.
You're good.
13.
Okay, so the only two taking half damage are the troll and the goblin.
Oh boy.
I think it was just looking to kill me at this point.
Wait. We all have resistance to spell damage.
What?
Or of warding.
Isn't that a smaller radius than the resistance to saving throws?
I mean, yeah, so we would have had resistance on the cloud kill because we were all in it next to me.
Remember for next time.
You and I have resistance to this damage, though.
Two.
Yeah, or of warding is resistance to damage from spells.
So that's going to be 26 points of necrotic damage to everyone except for those who made their save and those who have resistance.
So 5.
You take a quarter.
And I would take 13.
Then you take 13.
Yeah, 13.
Okay, child, stop.
Wait, how many did you say? 20?
26.
26. Oh, never mind. So
you
I take 6.
6. Yeah. I take 3. I'm fine.
I'm not fine.
I'm still
I'm still up.
Are you still up? or-
I'm up. I'm up.
Yeah, no. I was just looking down my list of things like extra attack, or protection, or of warding. Oh!
Thank you.
Resistance to damage. Just to resistance to spell damage.
And that is the necromancer's turn. Jangatal.
I would like this necromancer to no longer be living.
Flank him instead.
Romancing.
Ooh, well, let's see if I crit. I do crit. What do you know? Natural 20.
Yay!
Oh, wrong die. 6 plus
Probably dead.
5, 11 plus 4, 15 damage.
How do you want to do this?
effectively.
I have a spear.
Stab him through the head.
I would like it to come out the back of his head.
Alright. So you bring your spear up and pull it back and thrust forward into his face, and there's this crunching noise as his skull fragments under the force of the spear, and it punches out the back of the skull, Which you lead him. He sort of hangs. You feel his weight hanging on the end of your spear for a second. As
I'm going to lower and then pull the spear out the back end of his skull. It's easier that way.
Just yank it out the other side like an arrow.
Yeah.
And as you pull the spear out, and immediately there's this smell of rancid putrefaction as his corpse begins to bubble and rapidly decay.
Cool.
The cloud kill goes away, though.
Yes, the cloud kill went away.
And the abomination is currently still paralyzed?
Until the end of his next round.
I'm not going to risk it making a spirit saving throw, so I'm just going to be on guard.
Is it paralyzed until the end of its next round, or the end of your next round?
I'm going to go ahead until the end of its next round. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wait.
Brick.
My turn. Let's try to finish this last one. They're the last one with me.
Oh, and the fog cloud goes away, right?
Yes. So he's no longer taking the poison damage.
Which is good because it had
You're
a
also no
chance of
longer rolling at disadvantage. So.
Which is good because it probably could have taken me down with this turn. In this turn, the cloud fog. That is a 13 to hit.
That will hit.
10 damage.
He's dead.
Good.
Now there's only 2 ghouls left.
One of them is hanging on by a thread. You guys just haven't finished him off.
Would I be able to reach him?
Yes.
They're all around you at the moment.
Okay. Then I will go after that one. Oh, yeah, I definitely hit 21.
He's dead. If you do more than 2 damage, he's dead.
Yeah, that's 9 damage.
Yeah. And there's the one guy that got hit by the flea bomb early on and hasn't taken any hits since.
Hit him 2 more times.
That one's still up?
Yep, there's one more.
I'll just I'll punch that one. That is a 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
With 6 damage.
Alright. Child is just not happy.
Child is tired.
Child is teething.
Teething is tired.
Okay. I'm going to pop in the crib for a minute.
Is the baby monitor, do we know where it is?
Yeah. We need to figure out a time to do our unstructured stream.
He
At
might
some point, yeah.
want a bottle.
My unstructured deck is just sitting next to my on my computer, just waiting. Unstructured. Constructed, but using all the unsets.
Yeah, you guys told me about it.
Yeah.
Dutchman makes it the troll's turn, or the troll, the abomination's turn.
He was paralyzed.
He's paralyzed. His paralysis ends at the end of his turn.
Yep.
And then it's Leaf. How you doing, Leaf?
Cool.
How are you slower than Abominations, Leaf?
By rolling a 2. That's how I'm slower than an Abomination.
It rolled a 4. And it has a +1 to its dex, so it gets 5.
Also, it's more dexterous than me.
How is it more dexterous? How does it
Has
get
3
a
hands.
+1? That's not more dexterous. More hands does not make you more dexterous.
In certain respects, it does. I don't know. I don't ask questions.
Because it's using the base stat line of a Venom Troll.
Let's see. So it's just the
Now there's one ghoul.
the abomination.
There's
and
one ghoul in the abomination.
All right. I'm going to cast Smite, aka Sacred Flame.
On which one?
Yeah, that's not smart.
Not the one that's going to unparalyze when it gets hurt.
No, he's already.
It's already
unparalyzed.
He's
Oh,
just
sorry,
he's
I'm
paralyzing it now. You may as well take
I
it
would
out.
kill the ghoul though, because it's easier to kill.
Yeah, no. I'm going to kill the.
I can get rid of the ghoul.
This is 1d8 damage. I can kill it.
Oh, okay.
You might.
No, sorry, it's 2d8.
Yes, you might if you roll high enough.
So yeah, it has to make a
agility
dex save.
Dex save.
So agility
Or
save.
no damage.
What's your DC?
The DC for that is
Your DC.
as I pull up the many different.
Is it higher than 13?
What's your wisdom score?
My wisdom score is 3.
11 plus 3. 14.
Yeah. So yeah, it is.
It is exactly one higher than 13, so it does take the damage.
Cool. That's 2d8 barely.
2d8 radiant.
9.
It is still alive, but barely.
That's terrible.
This
Is this the last one?
is the last ghoul, and then is the abomination. It's just unparalyzed. Sean,
Okay. You said this is the last one?
the last ghoul.
That's cool.
Or you could
Where-
hurt the abomination because you can do more damage.
Yeah, where's the abomination?
Next to Garrick. You can reach it.
Okay.
Flank it, stab it.
I'm gonna go shank an abomination.
Actually, are you healthy enough to deal with the recoil damage that it deals?
Ooh, probably not.
You may want to use ranged attacks on it.
Take care of the ghoul because I can do a ranged attack.
You can both do ranged attacks.
Also, remember, all of your friends are around it, and the venom when it releases its poisonous bile, its blood, it hits everyone that's within melee with it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but you're the one that's concerningly injured.
Yeah, ranged weapons.
I'm
So yeah.
So the
You have throwing
necromancer's
knives.
right next to it, right? So
The necromancer's
I'm right next to it.
dead.
damn it.
Yeah,
right.
I've
So
got
so
throwing darts. They don't do
basically
much.
next to this thing.
But you still get to sneak attack with them because
As long as you're within 30 feet, you get sneak attack with
I-
any ranged weapons.
Right now, I'm just gonna take this other guy out
Okay.
Go
because he
for it.
doesn't pose a huge threat to me.
Go for it.
As long as I can.
If you hit him, you probably kill him.
26.
Yes,
to hit.
he has 2 hit points. You kill him.
You roll more dice than he has hit points.
Yeah, I kill him.
Alright, then... Are you gonna move anywhere after that?
Yeah, I'll move closer to the, not like within range of the abomination, but closer to it.
Alright. Josh.
Can I step away from it enough? The abomination and then shoot a firebolt.
You can. It'll just get attack opportunity on you as you step away.
Will it?
Yeah.
Unless you disengage, yeah.
Oh, disengage? But then
But that you
That
can't.
would take your
that
action.
would take my whole action. No, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll let him have a swipe because I'm still.
He will swing his butcher's claw, butcher's cleaver at you. That'll be a... You still have your
I
images.
still have 2 images. Yeah,
That'll be a 19,
that hit.
which would hit, but roll your d20.
Okay, so I got to get up to 6, 8. I got to get a hit or above. No, nope.
So it hits you?
Hitting me. Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
the
gonna
cleaver
put me out.
is going to be the d6. That'll be 7 points of slashing damage, and it's poison. 8 points of poison damage, which the vehicle takes.
Oh, the
none
vehicle.
of,
That's right. The vehicle take that.
because the vehicle
Okay,
takes
right.
poison damage.
Right. Okay. So that's 7. Okay. Will the vehicle take the poison damage or just the
It doesn't
slashing?
take- it doesn't
just
take
the
any poison
slashing. Okay,
damage.
just the
It-
slashing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing you have to
Yeah.
worry about is the splash damage, because
Right,
that
yeah.
affects everything and not just the vehicle.
Okay. Right. So
Because your suit is not
okay, firebolt.
totally sealed.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
Yahoo yippity. I'll take 2 of these. 4 damage.
Everyone who's within melee with it,
Me and Jungle Tall.
take 8 points of poison damage.
You don't take any. Nope.
Ghouls are dead. They can go away now. Garrick.
Time to kill an abomination. I'm going to flank with Jangatal and try to crit. Crit!
Yep. There it is.
That's 20. Okay. So my savage attack adds an extra D8 to my full blade. I'm going to trigger Orcish Fury, which adds an extra D8 to my full blade as well.
So 48.
And I'm going
68.
to Divine Smite, which adds an extra 3d8 of radiant damage. Because that's undead.
Another 68.
So that is
12d8.
No, 48 times 2 is 8. Because you didn't double after the savage attack, you didn't double that third dice.
Oh yes, the Orcish Fury you double.
Yeah,
so,
because Orcish savage attacks. Yeah, and then Orcish Fury also gets doubled as well.
So the savage attack is on the crits.
Is it on the crit?
Yeah, savage attack applies to crits.
Okay, so in that case, 3, 6, 7, plus another 6.
So 13.
13, not 14.
12.
13 d8 plus 4.
Yeah, 13 d8 plus 4.
6 of which is radiant. Do the radiant first. 6, 9. You're rolling this one. You can only roll it once. 9, 10, 11. 17. Sorry, 16. Better. 16 plus 5 is 21, plus 7 is 28. 28 radiant damage.
And then only one of these next two you can reroll, because you're hitting the radiant damage now.
That was the radiant damage.
Hey, you can't reroll the radiant damage because it's not part of the weapon.
Oh, is it not?
It's part of your spike.
I thought it was part of the attack.
No, it's the weapons damage. The weapons damage die.
That was a 1 and a 2. That
I was assuming your first 7 dice were going to be your physical damage.
We'll do that then.
Yeah.
Since I've already done that.
Yeah.
That was 6. So hang on.
Yeah. So you got one more for your physical damage.
Hang on. So that was 28.
Yeah, 28.
And the 7. 35. So 35 plus 4.
35.
39 slashing damage.
39 slashing damage.
And
then
then
your
radiant
radiant.
2, 6 radiant. 12. 16. So
39 plus 16.
39 plus 16.
I don't feel like doing math right now.
39 plus 16 is 54.
54 for damage.
It's 55,
55.
because 16 and 15 are not the same number.
Oh.
Yeah, 55 plus 13 is going to be 68. So that's ow. That is an ow amount of damage. And then...
That was my first attack.
Yes, but then you guys take poison damage in response. Take 11 points of poison damage, both of you.
And that was both of my last 2
No, we're
slots.
even.
You did 55 points of damage to him. He did 22 to the two of you combined.
Was it 11 you said?
Yeah, 11.
Alright, second attack. Not a crit. That's going to be 20 to hit.
Yes.
I don't have any more divine smites, so it's just 5, 9, 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And take 8 more points of poison damage, both of you.
Okay.
Alright, I'm still up.
Good. Necromancer is dead. He gets to go away as well. Giant Hall.
Alright. Let's take this thing down.
What you got?
Let's paralyze it.
Can you take it down in one hit?
Pardon?
Can you take it down in one hit? Because I have 7 hit points left.
No.
Alright, cool.
Well,
You might, if you roll high.
sure. We'll
Yeah,
attack.
you paralyze it and I go down.
I'm wyvern
Dave
striking,
can possibly
obviously.
pick it up, but-
I mean, theoretically, you could try to like.
I mean, I
bull
have
rush
advantage,
him
but I don't know if I
out
can beat a
of the
natural 20.
Radius of it.
Not
Yeah,
strictly.
turns out I can't beat a natural 20. So make a spirit save.
It is -1 spirit. That's a 1.
So you take 16 damage.
Oh well, it doesn't matter that you paralyze him because he's dead. How do you want to do this again?
Hey!
Yeah, get one final poison splash. Just 11 more points of poison.
I'm out.
How many heads does this thing have?
Just the one.
Just the one? Alright. I would like to pin its head to the ground.
You rush up the metal supports that serve as this thing's ribs, holding in its intestines. As you climb them up and just bring your spear up and drive into its face as it towers over you and ride it down to the ground and press the spear into the earth, pinning its head to the rock as its poisonous blood splashes around you and into Garrick as well. As Garrick collapses under the strain of the venom, you ride it to the ground and it goes still.
If I had remembered my aura of warding earlier, I would still be standing.
Speaking of still standing, spare the dying.
So you are now out of combat.
Does this thing have any usable
And
parts?
not bleeding out. You know,
It's sewn together from a dozen different bodies, so you can probably find a variety of different organs.
I've
depending on
been
what you want to do with it.
I've been collecting the chain hooks.
Chain.
I've got 2 at the moment.
I don't care about the chain hooks, but there's there's nothing. There's no weird hides or anything in this thing.
No, it's mostly made of humanoid bodies.
Humanoids have such boring hides.
I only have 1/3 level
This is the,
spell
this is the
slot
difference
left.
between wild men and necromancer's perspectives on
We can
corpses.
get if we
So for now, just
Yeah.
spare the dying. If we get into combat, I'll heal you for that. But
well, if we can get to Uther's grave, we can get a long rest in.
yes.
Well,
I'm also
I'm-
in early warning system.
I'm going to pick up the dude and carry him into this shattered building.
Which
and
dude?
The dude who can't walk. And I'm going to toss him into the cart. Probably take a short rest.
What dude?
Me.
The dude,
Oh,
the
he
dude who
can't
can't walk.
He's unconscious currently.
Oh, huh.
Like you probably would be if you decided to go into melee with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
So, as you take this faint moment of slightly less noise, because it's not really quiet around here because it's an active war zone. What do you intend to do?
I can't do anything.
Can I medicine check to get him back up? I forget.
You would need a healer's kit.
I believe I have it.
I have a couple healers kits. You want to try?
Oh no, actually, because you don't have the healer feat. A healer's kit would just stabilize him. You would need a healing potion or something.
And he's already stabilized. We can spare the dying.
Yeah. If you had the healer feat, you could heal him with a healer's kit.
Yeah, we don't-
I intend to take it, possibly.
Next
I
level.
will.
Yep.
I can use my last rune point to.
The healer feat's really useful, by the way. As is Mending Affinity, if you want to take that.
I have other things.
There's a lot of good feats.
Looking at the map, how far are we from our destination?
From the tomb, you're probably about another hour's walk. Or moving with the cart. Moving to the city.
I have to take Great Weapon Master next.
I'll use my last rune point to heal him, to
Okay.
get him back up.
I'm going to
You gain 12.
be defensive for a couple rounds.
And you're
I
back.
get 12 hit points.
And you're back up.
Back up.
And not dying.
Use a couple engineering points to fix the suit.
Yep.
Try to.
Go for it.
Does it seem like, now that I'm awake, does it seem like this is a place where we could get a few minutes to breathe, or should we keep moving?
You suspect this is a high traffic area. You don't think that undead group was hunting you specifically.
No,
You think they were just moving through here and
Also, if we're only an hour's walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't just.
We should keep moving.
quickly.
I'm going to move ahead of the group stealthily.
And were you
See if I
going to
can do the whole scouting bit.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm
Did
gonna-
the necromancer have anything?
As we're
He had his staff, which serves as a focus, which you can probably sell, and his robes and his stag hat. And
I'm gonna grab the chains and cleaver off the abomination.
okay, and 17 gold pieces, 20 silver, and 15 copper. All of these yours.
Third chain hook and the second butcher's knife.
You gonna pick up all that?
Yeah.
That's a 15 stealth.
All right, yeah. So you sneak ahead and take a look around. It looks like Alliance and Horde activity is going to pick up in past here. Looks like you're moving towards their battle lines with the Scourge. So if you use them as a buffer, you should be able to avoid running into too much else.
All right. I head back and begin leading the wagon.
Yep.
Alright.
I've got a question.
Yes.
I'm also going to be moving out in front of the wagon now, just so that leading the wagon to, if we run into people, I can be the first up there to immediately try to quell things a little bit.
That's not a bad idea. Once I get these chain hooks redesigned in a more orcish style, what would it take to get them enchanted with, or to get them imbued with spirits of the wind?
You'd have to talk to an enchanting shaman.
I want to get me some wind enchanted chain hooks that I can fling around.
I mean, you could get, what? I could, make, like, techno mods for it.
Right now I have to reshape them first.
I mean, yes.
You have to make them usable.
Which is what I'm doing on my off times.
Alright, so, as you make your way, as about an hour passes, as you continue on, and eventually the dead and dying landscape of the Plague Lands gives way to actually green grass. And you begin to see healthy trees as some semblance of life begins to creep into the land again as you move further along. And as you continue to make your way, you find yourself the oppressive darkness of the Plague Lands that almost seems to smoke the sun. So I wouldn't say it blots the sun out, but it creates this sort of smoky reddish tint over the air.
I removed my sashimo.
Smart. Begins to give way and the sky becomes clear enough to actually make out colors.
My sashimo, no?
His giant Horde logo.
The banner that has the logo of the Horde on it. And as you enter this place that sort of has a shocking dichotomy with the area that you were in not but 15 minutes ago, you begin to see a small road sign that indicates that you are heading towards something called Sorrow Hill, which is marked as a cemetery.
Where we're going.
Yep.
And as you maneuver on, you eventually reach a cobblestone road. As you follow it up, there is a small lamppost at one of the branches in the road that leads, according to the sign that is posted at it, heading up into the cemetery, which you imagine is probably where the tomb will be placed.
Should be a good spot for us to rest, provided we can get through. Lead the way, Pilgrim of the Light.
I smirkle that I'll keep leading forward.
Alright. So, as you make your way up towards the cemetery, and as you move, you begin to see headstones and graveyards as the different plots of land that have been set aside for the dead come into view. And you begin to feel a tingling sensation in the back of your neck as the presence of something more than natural begins to set in. In the distance, you see the approaching shape of a of a grave tender's house. This sort of squat, squarish-looking building with these blue shingled roofs, with a variety of grave plots sort of to and against it.
So what are these gravestones like exactly? Like how ornate and what kind
Most
of
of them,
people?
most of them are fairly plain. They just your standard stone slab, marked with a name, which you not stopping close enough to really get a look at if you're keeping moving. But most of them are fairly plain and not very ornate. Slowly coming into view, however, is a hill lined with placed trees that just create two very straight lines of trees, with a cobblestone path leading up a hill towards what looks to be like a very small temple in sort of fashion. There's a set of stone steps with little granite rails that lead up, with a pair of flags that stand at the top of the stairs that each have the silver and blue banner of the Silver Hand, which has the single silver gauntlet emblazoned on the flag, which leads to a tall sort of gray concrete or granite building with these sort of beautifully carved columns framing the archway of the door, which is open. There's no door, it's just a passage through. And on the inside you can just begin to make out the shape of a statue that is placed in the center of this one room, almost chapel. And there's a faint orange glow of a warm light on the inside. And there's some benches set out front, and as you pass by the grave tender's house, you begin to see it come more into view.
Is this neutral territory, alliance territory?
You don't know the specifics about the tomb.
Okay.
You know that alliance territory is further south. You don't know if this would qualify or not.
We suspect it's alliance territory, though.
There are large amounts of blue and silver. That typically means alliance.
Can a horde member not like the colors blue and silver?
Yes.
It's not allowed.
Yes, but if you fly them on a flag, you're probably going to get stabbed.
It's actually illegal for us to like blue and silver.
I mean, if you ask Sylvanas.
It's one of the many laws.
You can pick one. You can't have both.
Yeah. You like one, absolutely.
Silver, because it's money.
But more than one.
It's like how an alliance member, isn't allowed to using any kind of skull for decoration.
Yeah. It's illegal for alliance members to use skulls for decoration. It's illegal for us to like both blue and gold.
Why do you think so many necromancers join the Scourge? Because they gotta have their skull hat.
Yeah.
Changing factions and joining the evil side just for the sake of hats. I can empathize.
I was about to say, don't tell me you wouldn't.
Yeah, that.
Shiana is now going to paint everything blue and silver. With skulls.
A blue and silver skull. Where do you end up then?
They're not going to know what to do. It's our color, but
it's a good thing you're an orc, because the Frostwolf clan's colors are actually blue and silver. Okay, so what are you doing?
So we kind of need to find
a safe place to rest.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Badly.
I guess we'll
Approach.
And also, does the feeling I'm experiencing, is it getting stronger, or just gonna
It's
try
just
to
kind of
focus on
kind of
this?
a smooth presence as you stand around. You begin to feel the ever-present warmth that the light provides whenever you channel it. That sort of sensation of calm and ease that spreads across you whenever you feel the light's blessing upon you. But you also feel something else, sort of a presence of spirit is really the only way that you can really describe it. As you feel the presence of those who serve the light almost lingering in this graveyard. This place is where many valiant. Give me a history check.
What does it feel like spiritually here, by the way?
Very peaceful.
Spiritually.
History.
22?
11.
You know that this was a place where many paladins died and were buried. So, and it's sort of as this, and it has that feel of a place where this sensation of the presence of the spirits of many departed devotees of the light, almost as if their presence lingers on in this place.
Interesting.
Should we check with the caretaker to see if there's a place to hang out?
We're moving towards the building, so yeah.
Go up there, I mean, that way.
It's about now that the cart reaches the front of the caretaker's building, which you can proceed past to the temple, to the tomb itself, or stop and see if you want to talk to someone.
Yeah, kind of talk to someone, figure out what's going on
Just see if we can
around
hang out.
here.
Yeah.
So
See what kind of actions are.
I'll go ahead and I guess if there's a door to knock on or somewhere to go in, I guess.
Yeah, you knock on the front door, and eventually there's the sound of a slow shuffling as a few moments pass, and the door slowly opens, and the elderly face of a human male appears in the doorway. His wearing just a pair of small rimmed glasses, his graying hair kind of receding at the top and down at the back of his shoulders, is wearing this very well kept but obviously aged, very sort of dark brown vest and plain white shirt with these brown pants and simple boots. As he opens the door and looks at the group of you. Ah, visitors. Have you come to visit the tomb of the Lightbringer?
Indeed, I have. I am here on my pilgrimage.
Well, all are welcome here in this place of the light. How may I help you?
Well, mostly, I'm sure you can tell by the state of our group, we've had a bit of a run-in with the Scourge, and we were wondering if there was a place we could rest and recuperate around here.
You are welcome to rest. These grounds are safe. They are... The sanctity of the light keeps the undead from journeying too close, and it is protected in its own way.
As I can feel.
Just collapsed in the car at the moment. Just
You are welcome to rest here, or closer to the tomb if you wish. It has certain calming essences that aid the recovery of those who take their rest there.
Indeed. How much do I know about the layout of this place in general, or like the geography of the general area? Because we have the map, but
What are you looking for in particular?
because the next place that we wanted to pass through to was that one abbey, I believe it was.
You wanted to get
But we were saying we were going to go towards the Abbey. We don't actually want to go that
Northshire
far.
Abbey. Yeah, which
I
is-
know.
Yeah, Northshire Abbey's a ways away.
It's south. Way south.
Yeah, but we're heading in that general direction.
We're heading south for long enough that we would have to pass through a Dwarven lands, which we
Yes.
could divert from the Dwarven lands into where we're actually going, but we'd have to pass through a fortress first.
Pass by, yeah.
Pass by a fortress first.
So, looking north of yes, and also we were wondering, because we're going to be heading I'll be heading as well towards Northshire Abbey. Is there anything on that journey that I should be aware of?
Making a pilgrimage to the Abbey.
Indeed.
He kind of looks past you at the rest of the group.
Sup.
They have accompanied me for protection, especially with the unfortunate scourge activity as of late.
Well, that will certainly draw a number of gazes, though I suspect in recent years that tensions rising as they are, it would be difficult to pass without at least confrontation, though I suspect if you are able to allow cool heads to prevail, that simply stating your honest intentions and your journey in pilgrimage should allow you to pass through most places unharmed. So long as weapons remain sheathed and heads remain cool, the light sees all through most dangers.
Indeed, we have nothing to hide.
Asa will look over at Shiana.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm super spiritual. What are you talking about? Yay, peace.
I was more thinking about the cool-headedness aspect of it.
My head's the coolest.
So, what will be the rank of
I
this
stick it in my
person, or a
pocket.
title or anything? Or
And you have no idea, you don't even know his name.
Like a
Right.
keeper. He's just kind of.
You haven't introduced yourself, or him.
we're kind of all right.
We're passing through. We'll just keep going.
Thank you. Now, I believe we should be passing through at this point, but
Resting. We should be resting at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to go up to the, a little closer.
but yes, thank you for your aid.
Of course. If you have need of me, please feel free to knock.
Of course. And we'll continue on.
Closer to the tomb.
Closer to the tomb and rest.
Austin downstairs?
Back.
Austin's done.
Okay, so if I lean back super far, it should watch the camera. Right.
Pumpkin time has arrived earlier than normal.
Yeah. He was having some heart palpitations, so
Oh, yeah.
he needs to lay down.
Yeah. It's okay, Jang doesn't talk much when we're past the fighting part.
Yeah.
Jane doesn't talk at all.
So, as you move past
I think it's me.
you move past the Gravekeeper's house and up towards the tomb, and as you approach, what's your passive perception?
Because that's just
10 plus your
wisdom
perception.
wisdom
10
or
plus your
perception. Yeah, that's 16.
16. So as you are approaching, you feel that tingle at the back of your neck again, and just kind of out of the corner of your eye, you almost think you see a little bit of movement. But as you look, there's nothing quite there, just the faint rustling of some of the plants. But you get this sensation of presence, almost as if the presence of the spirits of those fallen keepers of the light is still here, and even stronger as you get closer to the tomb.
I want to try to focus on them specifically, see if I can possibly pick any out.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. I'm not going to use this die. I'm going to use one of the decent dies. Is it no little of the matter of the spirits?
Natural one.
That's a 6, thank you very much. I like rolling 6s.
Also, because it has a spin down die, which is why you're having issues with it.
I mean, if it's ideally weighted, it shouldn't matter. I mean, it probably isn't, but still.
If all things are perfect, then yes, it doesn't matter. However, they are not.
12.
You manage to piece out that these presences are individual in a certain way. Like it's not just a presence. It is. These are definitely individual essences that are extant here. Although you're not quite able to pick any individuals out yet.
I'll keep trying at it as we move forward.
As you approach, you make your way up the steps. You leave the cart at the bottom of the steps, obviously, because it's hard to get the thing up steps.
Yes, right.
It's only like a dozen or so. It's a rise of like 5 feet. As you step up and approach the cathedral, sort of this small tomb, chapel-like tomb. You see, again, centered in the room is a statue with a plaque at its base, and there's a variety of offerings placed around the feet of this statue. There are candles that are still burning and flowers placed about, and there's a soft, warm glow. And the candles, and there's a couple of torches that are placed in sconces on the walls, but that's not the source of it. There's just this presence of light. There's a stained glass window at the back behind the statue that all seems as if the sun is shining directly through it, but the sun is currently up in this, like, high in the sky right now, rather than behind the stained glass window. There's just this presence, this light that constantly suffuses this area as you enter, and you see this statue is of a man who you probably would have to guess would be middle-aged. Sort of like full, heavy chin beard and this sort of long, mid-length hair, as with his head tilted to the sky and his eyes closed in reverence. Wearing this sort of plate armor with these heavy gauntlets and boots with the winged pauldron that denotes high standing within the Alliance on the right shoulder, and the cloth of his cloak over the left, with a heavy tome, a librum in his left hand, held in one hand, and a hammer in his right, the heavy head extending from the grip. And there's a plaque at its feet as you enter.
There's a plaque at his feet?
Yeah.
What does
Statue.
the plaque say?
I'll look at the plaque.
You all do you read common? I'm assuming. I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you read common?
I do read common. I also read Pennsylvanian Dutch.
I don't read common.
I read Common, Orcish, Goblin, and Gnomish.
I only read Orcish, Zendali, and Kalimag.
Orcish and common.
It says in common. It says, "Here lies Uther the Lightbringer, first paladin, founder of the Order of the Silver Hand. Uther lived and died to defend the kingdom of Lordaeron. Though he was betrayed by his most beloved student, we believe that his spirit lives on. He continues to watch over us, even as the shadows close in around our ruined land. His light is the light of all humanity, and so long as we honor his example, it shall never fade." Anonymous.
I'll try to...
Why does it say anonymous? Why doesn't it just say the words and remain anonymous? Why does it have to point out that an anonymous person is...
Because typically if there's a
Ain't
plaque
Maybe
in
it's someone
front of a
named
person,
Anonymous.
and it's not signed as a quote by anyone,
Then you would just leave it not signed.
Just leave it blank.
maybe they figured if they just left it unsigned, it would be assumed to be a quote from him.
Typically unsigned is under a statue of someone is attributed to that person.
Except when it's very obviously talking about that person.
Maybe he just
Yeah.
liked to refer to himself in the third person. It wouldn't be the first one.
Museum plaques do not have signed
Yeah.
person from the museum.
They should. That would be amazing. But it could just be someone who's actually named Anonymous.
Yeah.
Signed,
His name.
Dave from
Hey,
Restorations.
Yeah, signed.
Dave.
Bob from accounting.
Signed Sherry. And there's nothing else, just Sherry.
So, I'm going to honestly just try to sit there and sort of meditate on that feeling, see if I can
start to center and focus on their spirits again. Now that I assume at the epicenter of it all.
Yes.
Roll me a spirit saving throw.
All right, I'm decent at those. 19.
You sort of sit down and just kind of allow the glow, the light of this place to suffuse you as you feel that calm, that easing of tension that makes worries seem easier to handle. It doesn't make them go away. It doesn't remove them. It just makes them seem more manageable as you focus on it and you feel yourself relax in the presence of this light.
It worked.
And you sort of close your eyes and you feel that presence sort of solidify. And as you open them again and you look around, you begin to notice and see the faint spectral presences of ghostly paladins that seem to wander around this tomb, almost acting as spectral guardians. As you see the presence of paladins from, you have no idea how to place ages, but it seems as if numerous time periods of paladins from the founding of the order almost 30 years ago at this point to now, in a period full of strife. There have been many paladins who have lived and died, and a number of them interred here have now become sort of a form of spiritual protector that seem to guard this holy place. Mm-hmm. And you can sense the individual's presences of numerous spirits, and you begin to see the spectral shapes of men in armor wielding hammers and blades.
Do I know what this place was? Like, was this the site of some battle, or...
Roll me a history check.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
20.
Your history in particular probably pertains to this. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That means I might not have to take that
I got a
too.
natural 30.
Which means I can take a 16 instead.
Plus your history.
So, 21.
21? This is not exactly, but in the area of the site where the returning Arthas Menethil, corrupted by the sword Frostmourne, fought and killed Uther the Lightbringer for the sacred urn that had initially held the ashes of his father, King Taranis, who Arthas killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
It is around this site that Uther was slain. And also, most of the Silver Hand slain as well. The Order of the Silver Hand had taken over Andor Hall in the wake of its destruction, and had set up defenses and were escorting the procession that included Uther that was taking Taranis' ashes to be interred. When they were attacked by Arthas, and so most of the Silver Hand Order was wiped out in that single battle by Arthas and the Scourge.
Mm-hmm.
There are only a few members left. One of whom is now High Lord of the Argent Crusade, Lord Tyrion Fortune.
Mm-hmm. So what are the paladins that I see doing right now?
Mostly standing vigil. They sort of stand around individual locations and just keep an eye out. They sort of watch for anything dangerous and keep positions. They serve almost a ceremonial purpose, it seems, as they stand idle and hold weapons at the ready and just assume the pose of silent watchers. Sort of weapons at the ready, but sort of held in front of them in a reverent pose.
I begin to take a long rest in the back of the cart.
Yeah. Head back to the...
Cool.
in whatever range we're supposed to be in of the tomb that gets us bonuses for resting. Because that was mentioned and we heard it.
And do I recognize at least the ranks of any of them? Or
They're all paladins. The paladin orders were not your specialty.
yeah. And I'm guessing I also don't specifically see Uther.
And you don't see anyone that matches this particular statue.
Because he's dead.
I mean, yes, there are all the rest of them.
Yeah, I see dead people right now, so...
He's super dead, though.
I see super dead people.
If I take time on it, can I try to take 20 on the perception check? Or the...
I mean, what are you doing? And what, are you saying anything, or just sitting there and focusing?
I'll primarily just be sitting there and focusing, trying to see as much of the nuance of this energy as possible, because I've seen places of the light before, but I'm guessing I haven't really been to one this strong. Or at least not for a long time. So, I'm trying to focus on sort of the nuance of it. Sort of trying to feel how, specifically, the spirits of these paladins and the spirit of the light and all of that in regards to, like, my limited experience with the spirits in the Horde.
Mm-hmm. And so you sit and you focus and you think and try and piece together and try and forge and understand as much as you can. And you eventually feel a hand just press gently onto your shoulder, and you hear a warm and very calm and perhaps a little soothing voice, just kind of gently, "You're trying too hard, lad."
I guess that's always been something of a flaw of mine in regards to this. I look up to see.
And you see the just faintly translucent face of an elderly paladin. Green eyes with the shoulder length brown hair of his statue, and the large the lip covering mustache with the beard, the gray in the beard and just faintly throughout the hair, but mostly brown through the mustache and the rest of the hair. As you see the gleam of his armor, the hammer at his side, and the librum on his belt. As you see the spitting image of the statue before you, looks down at you with this soft, warm smile. And the light is not something that can be broken down like a science. It is only through faith that one can truly understand. And even then, even the greatest will never truly know its motives.
Not even yourself.
Not even myself. Many have tried.
And many have failed.
But it is not a failure to follow the light's will or to attempt to understand it. And many think themselves failures or unworthy for being unable to comprehend. But, well, that's the secret, lad. No one ever thinks they're worthy. And we never are. None of us are worthy. It's simple grace and forgiveness.
Indeed. But I suppose I'm being rather impolite here. Leaf Bronzewing Ironmender. I'm honored to be in your presence.
I'm certain you know my name by now.
Well, it is written on the plaque. I take it it's probably not been very often that you've seen someone from the Horde here.
You'd be surprised at the number of people who visit this tomb. Even the ranks of the Horde know the peace and serenity of the light, even if they call it by a different name.
Indeed. How many people... Is there anyone else around here now?
Just your group.
It's unfortunate to see... It's unfortunate to see the warring drive people away from it.
That is the nature of war. War seeks to drive us away from places that nurture the spirit.
Whatever form it may take.
Indeed.
I just sort of sit there for a minute in contemplation over all of this.
Kind of gives you a nod and slowly fades from sight as you focus. Always remember that. You hear his final words as he disappears. No one is ever worthy of the light, but it comes to us all the same.
I just continue to meditate on that.
And you meditate there for a few moments, and as the rest of you take your moments of rest, you find it significantly faster and easier here. Taking a long rest, for instance, you finish in about 4 hours of light activity as opposed to the normal 8.
Get my stuff back, though.
Are we up to 4?
Yep.
Everything is restored.
Yeah.
And all my spells are back, hooray.
Mine too.
I don't have spells, so if they were back, I'd be surprised.
You feel replenished and rejuvenated.
Yay.
And my enhance is back too. Can that light activity include modifying my chains still?
Yeah, you can be working on that.
I'll make that all there.
What attribute?
I'm basically crafting them into. I'm basically shearing away material and then redesigning them so that they're more orcish hooks rather than
Roll me with
more-
agility.
that more jagged hook than the.
Just for the delicate work of trying not to break the links while you're shearing it off.
Yeah. That's a natural one.
Well, it's a good thing you had 3 of them.
It's a good thing I have 3 of them.
Can I use for scrap metal now?
Ting, ting, ting! Ting, ting. I'm grinding the hook down more than anything else at the moment. The chain, we'll deal with that later.
And you'll complete your 4 hours of rest and are ready and able to go.
Okay. So we have to continue on to, we're basically trying to get to
The next leg of your journey will be crossing the Thandal Span.
Heading away from Enderhall, south, towards dwarf territory. Are we ready to leave, Leaf?
I suppose we should be going.
Let us be off, away from Enderhall.
Right?
So what's our story? If we run into people, we're going to try to tell them we're going a certain
We're but
certain
humble
place.
businessmen.
Our business is killing.
Yes. It's my business.
I don't know if that line will work.
Tell them we're selling encyclopedias.
Or that we're on pilgrimage, like we discussed previously.
Then you make your way south.
We don't have to come up with a new idea every time someone asks.
We're going to the
North Shire Abbey.
Abbey, that's right.
Yeah, heading in the direction of that.
Okay.
We're actually heading
Let's
to
go
the
there.
Rally Highlands, but we only need to maintain that until after we're past the Dwarven Fortress.
Right.
After which we can simply turn directly and head towards the Rally Islands.
The Highlands.
Okay.
The Highlands.
Arathi Highlands are different Highlands.
Towards the Highlands.
It's a good thing they renamed them the Twilight Highlands eventually, because it was just Arathi Highlands and the Highlands.
Which Highlands? I don't know anymore. Yes. Head up to the south.
Sparkling Highlands.
Ride. I get on my giant white wolf.
Do the thing.
So you begin to.
Bang.
Ride.
I can't wait for that game to come out. The remake? Yeah, for Warcraft the Forge.
Anyway.
Alright, so.
When does it come out?
It's sometime this year. They haven't given a release date, they said this year.
Pre-December 2019.
Basically. You make your way further south, sort of evading as much as you can alliance groups moving north, and eventually arrive at the massive stone bridge that is the Thandle Span, which is a pair of huge stone bridges, one right next to the other, each of which is probably about 50 feet wide by itself, and then the two of them are paired next to each other, that stretch across a massive chasm in the landscape. In fact, it's more like a gulf, because as you look down the edge of this chasm, you see the several hundred feet of drop that leads straight to the ocean. This is sort of an inlet from the ocean itself, where the two continents are. Where'd the map go?
No clue.
Oh, it's over there. It's behind the.
Yeah, you rearranged everything.
Nerp.
Nope.
Or the entire continent is technically actually two small continents that connect. There's a break between them.
And that's what we're passing over?
Yes, and that's what you're passing over.
That way.
The thing that I've only ever flown over in World of Warcraft.
Yep.
I've never actually walked on it.
It's a huge bridge.
I've never walked on it.
Well, you're about to.
In World of Warcraft, I've walked on it.
And
Well, this is World of Warcraft. It's just
Well,
like
it's-
a video game. It is World of Warcraft?
It's the World of Warcraft.
It's
Yes.
the world. It's the World of Warcraft, but it's not World of Warcraft. So yes,
It's
very confusing.
it is the World of Warcraft RPG.
There you go.
It's the world
It's
and not
still
Warcraft.
yeah.
I wasn't arguing with you, he was.
As you arrive on this bridge, you realize that you suspect it to be a result of the Cataclysm or perhaps even Deathwing himself.
Uh-oh.
But of the two bridges, one of them has been horribly damaged and shattered. About midway through, there's a massive section of the bridge that's been torn out and plummeted down into the ocean below. One of the bridges is still standing though.
Cool.
So there is still passage across the span.
All right. Is there some kind of a
Not
gatehouse?
Not
or-
one, it's just a giant bridge.
We're heading there.
You can't see the opposite side. Yeah, you're heading to
To the
that area.
The area that's covered by the fog of war.
Yeah.
Not detailed on this map.
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's go.
So you cross, and it's Crossing the Thandle span is a good, like...
No, we actually couldn't have gone the other way to the place because there's water there.
Alright, hang on. That
Are
might...
you sure we're in the right spot?
Hang on, let me check, make sure I've got...
Are you sure we're in the right spot?
Oh, no,
I feel
sorry.
like we have to hit the Highlands before we get to Thandle Span.
Oh, no, sorry, that's not the Highlands as they should be. No, yeah, okay, yeah. There's more to travel, but I will. There wasn't anything in particular note of on the route, so a couple of days would have passed.
Yeah, because Anderhall's way the fuck up here.
Yeah, sorry. I accidentally shortcut the map.
That's a lot of map between them there.
Yeah, but we'll say that travel passed relatively uneventfully.
Okay.
About a week's worth of travel probably passed. Relatively uneventful.
Yeah, because we had to go through the Arathi Highlands to get to the Thandle Pass.
Yeah, to get to
That's
the
why I
Highlands.
kept saying Arathi Highlands, because I knew it was next.
Yeah. Yeah, so you enter the Arathi Highlands and pass through it relatively uneventfully.
Nothing going on
Arathi Highlands is actually...
at the keep?
It doesn't belong to anyone anymore. It belongs to bandits now.
It belongs to the remnants of the Arathi Kingdom.
Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, they're ghosts, but still. There are a bunch of ghosts fighting a bunch of trolls in there. Maybe we want to go help out somebody.
A bunch of ghost trolls.
No, because the trolls from the north have invaded.
Yeah, the Witherbark trolls are actually
Yeah, the
there.
Witherbark trolls invaded into the
But
castle.
the Witherbark trolls don't like the Horde.
And so the Witherbark trolls and the ghosts of the Arathi Kingdom are fighting each other in the Arathi stronghold.
Yeah.
And this battle is happening off to the south as we walk past, because they never leave the stronghold.
But you continue on, and eventually, yeah, you reach...
As we're going over the bridge, though, I want to see if I can try to, like, focus on the light, but see if I can sense any lingering spirits of the light. Like, see if there was possibly some kind of a defense mounted at the bridge, and see if I could get some kind of a clue from that, if there's any
Roll me a spirit.
spirit from that. Don't use that die, use this die. Just raw spirit die?
Yep.
E. 9.
This place is difficult to sense from because it's more of a transitory point. It's even if there were bodies, they wouldn't have been interred here because the only thing here is the ocean below, and even that's several hundred feet down. So if there were any bodies that fell off the bridge, they'd be way down there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's difficult to get a sense of anything here,
Okay.
and this place isn't particularly strong in the light anyway.
Okay.
It's just a bridge.
Just a bridge.
It's a giant bridge.
Just a
But
bridge.
it's a bridge.
It's the Thandal Span. It has a name.
It does.
Made by dwarves.
And it is.
Who's Thandal?
Destroy-
Why do we have his pan?
He's the guy that made it.
But what's this about his pan?
Span.
But it's Thandal's pan, right?
Thandal
His
Span.
How big his hand
Exactly,
is.
Thandal's pan. I don't get it.
The
Thandal's-
Thandal space.
The span of his
Span.
big hand.
Or he had wings.
Maybe.
The bridge that spans the Thandal Gap.
Now he has a gap.
Most people do. Not that kind of gap.
Moving on.
Trying to stealth through Azeroth. But my hands keep clapping because I'm dummy sick.
So,
Memes, we got them.
And then another minute passed.
so
This is all happening as we're crossing the span.
as you reach the other end of this massive bridge, you pull the wagon off of the stone, and no sooner do you cross the threshold off of the bridge and onto solid ground once more, before you hear the crack of a rifle and immediately hear a thick dwarven accent call out, "Halt!" And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
As I cast Calm Emotions.
Bye.
But
Farewell.
How do I disguise myself as a dwarf?